I'm so in love with you. Whatever you want to do is all right with me. 'Cause you make me feel so brand new. And I want to spend my life with you. Let me say, since we've been together, I'm loving you forever. This is what I need.
Hello, Michael. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thanks. Welcome to Radioregent. My name is Curtis Anthony. I'm the Koolbreeze from the Koolbreeze Experience.
All right, all right.
Today we're going to talk about your evolution, your vision, your mission, and your spirituality with your music.
Cool.
But before we get into the meat of things, what's a normal day for you outside of music?
A normal outside of music?
Yes, sir.
So a normal day for me would be get up early in the morning and get to Good Life Fitness.
Okay.
That's the first thing. So we're talking like, 5 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday and Thursday. I catch a spin class at 6:30. So those days are spin days.
Right.
The other days, I'll say a Monday, and in between that, I'll just go and I'll just do a regular cardio workout.
Okay.
Really into cardio.
All right.
Because it gives me lots of wind for singing. I can hold notes long.
Okay.
I actually practice that.
Right.
But the cardio keeps me trim.
Yes.
Also keeps me in the suits from 5 and 10 and 15 years ago.
Nice.
So I just keep healthy as
Balance.
possible. That, and I can also rehearse my music and think during that time about my week ahead.
Okay.
Early in the morning, get things done.
Right on.
Get home, have a nap, and I might have a recording session of something coming up, or whatever. I'm always studying something.
Keeping the mind, body, and soul active.
Keeping my mind, body, and soul active, and I'm constantly working on music projects.
Right. No problem.
Music projects. But so I keep fresh that way by keeping my body together and working out and keeping that zen.
Right. Nice.
That I need.
Nice. Now, where did your love and passion come from, and how did that influence your style as a musician?
Well, my love and passion for music came from being able to sing as a child. I remember once hearing Stevie Wonder on the radio singing Fingertips. And, I learned the song, and one day in the kitchen, I told my mother, I said, Mom, look, hear that? I can do that. And she says, what are you talking about? He was singing Fingertips, and I sang it verbatim to her.
Okay.
And she says, oh, you really can sing. So my first Glee Club teacher, when you joined Glee Club, when I was about 10, 11, she played the piano and you got to the class. She played a couple notes and you were a soprano, or you were an alto. When she got to me, she played the notes and I sang the notes to her, nice and bright. And she was impressed, so she played some little complicated line, and I sang that line to her, no problem.
Right.
Because I was into a little bit of mimicking back in those days.
Right.
She took me to the principal's office and she said, I thought I was in trouble. She said, this kid has an extraordinary voice. I sang at every PTA meeting, every school opening. From that point on, she kind of started my career.
Right.
Believing in me as a special young kid singer.
Okay.
And speaking of young kid singers, when Michael Jackson got discovered, well, I got discovered the same week by these university cats. Our birthdays are a day apart. I'm August 28th, he's August 29th.
Wow.
I'm 2 years older than Michael. The first wedding song I sang was I'll Be There. Michael made it legitimate for a young kid, like myself, 14, to hang out with these university cats and play in nightclubs in the university circuit that I did in Providence, Rhode Island, where I grew up.
Right.
And I also sang in church.
Okay.
So at 10 years old, I was leading the choir. I was singing solos in front of grown-ups.
Right.
And they were putting me on this pedestal saying that you had this special voice, even when I was that young. So when Michael Jackson came along, it was like perfect for me because it was like, this is what I've been doing my first songs were all his material, along with Stevie's. And like I said, this band called Nakapanda took me under their wing, and I started singing professionally at 14 years old. The same year Michael started, 1969.
Wow.
1969, that's right.
Tell the fans where you're from.
I'm born in North Carolina.
Okay.
I grew up in Providence, Rhode Island. Went to Hope High School, same Hope High School that Jeffrey Osborne went to.
Mm-hmm.
I knew Tavares and all those guys. They're all from that same area. And when I graduated high school, I had a scholarship to go to university for Rhode Island School of Design for a picture that I took.
Right.
It just wanted me the scholarship. But I wanted to do music. And basically, my first year out of school, I told my mom, I said, let me try working music for a year and see what happens.
Right.
I crossed the border. I came up to Canada from Albany, because a group took me from Providence to Albany after I jammed with them,
right,
and became part of the band. Right. And that band for me lasted about 6 months, and next thing I know I was in Canada.
Wow.
Working 6 nights a week. You know, my first gig was in Barrie, Ontario, for 2 weeks there, and then I went to Hearst. And basically I started working 6 nights a week for a good 2 to 3 years.
Wow.
Straight back in the 70s.
So you work both sides of the border?
I work both sides of the border, even still today.
Right.
I'm still an American citizen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm what you call a permanent resident. But I've been a permanent resident for the last 40 years.
Okay.
My wife is on my case to become a Canadian citizen.
Right.
I'm just procrastinating.
You love your roots.
I love my roots, and I eventually am going to fill out the paperwork to become that, because I've been paying taxes for 40 years.
Right.
I should be an honorary citizen by now. But and I've been married to the same woman for the last 40 years.
Nice.
I met her on my first gig.
Right.
Back then.
Right.
And she's also helped me keep it stable.
Right.
In the lean years when things weren't so great.
Mm-hmm.
She was there for that support.
Right.
And allowed me to continue singing and seeking my dream.
Right.
And basically, Canada has given me that opportunity to do all that I can musically, and then some, and with more things to come in the future.
Right. Well, tell us, who was instrumental in shaping your career?
Okay. My heaviest influence, and I have a band also in tribute to him, is Donny Hathaway. Donny Hathaway, I know every song he's probably ever sang. Mm-hmm. Myself and Dave Young, who's Oscar Peterson's bass player,
right, I know him.
Put this band together 9 years ago, called Spirit.
Okay.
And it's a tribute to Donny Hathaway. It was gospel at first. I brought Donny Hathaway into his life. He had never heard nothing about Donny. So I brought all this music to him, and right now it's one of the best outfits. It's the music really of my life.
Right.
Every song that I sing from Donny portrays a different point in my life when that music was released. Okay. Because when it was released, I was basically around when it all happened.
Right.
And I was able to take this music and bring it into my soul as a person.
Right.
And take each and every song personally.
Okay.
So there's a special meaning behind every song.
Right.
I've done this whole history. Eric Mercury, who produced his last album, I talked to him constantly about Donny. He gave me the whole scenario about his whole style and everything, and I really just involved my life so much around his sound, his tone, his vulnerability as a singer.
Right.
And it's really shaped my career, I think, more than anything. Because I sing and I see him. Right. When I do his music, I see him for sure. Okay. But I have to say that about most artists, because I love Marvin Gaye and I love Sam Cooke. And I think if you don't see the artist when you're performing that artist, you're not really being true to the artist.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to sing something from Marvin Gaye and it not be Marvin Gaye.
Right, right.
You know?
I hear you.
The pattern, the blueprint was laid. It doesn't have to be remade.
Yeah.
So I'm not here to invent the wheel again.
Right.
But I'll present it to you in a way that this is how you heard it. This is what you know.
Right.
And in the end, I'll take my little share of ad lib and creativity. Then. Right. I think a good singer always gives credit to the artist first. Right. And he deserves it because it was a hit song for a reason. So you don't have to remake it. Right. But when you do attempt to do it, remember, the ABC pattern of the song has been laid, so you just got to follow that, and you'll be successful.
Wow. Let me ask you, Micheal, for those who just tuning in, Micheal Dunston is in the studio with the Koolbreeze Experience. Every Saturday, you know, I'm here from 11 till music leaves the soul. And do you play an instrument?
I do play trumpet. That was my learned instrument in high school.
Uh-huh.
I played trumpet. When I came to Canada, my first couple of bands were show bands.
Right.
So I sang and played trumpet.
Right.
Still have my trumpet.
Okay.
I played a little bit of piano.
Right.
And I played drums.
Right.
In a couple of movies I've done, I played drums in the Jimi Hendrix movie where I played, what's his name? The drummer that played with Jimmy.
I know the guy.
Band of the Gypsies.
I know the guy. I have the DVDs.
Yeah, so anyway, I played played drums.
Buddy Miles?
Buddy Miles, exactly.
Right, yeah.
I played him in one of the movies.
Yeah.
And I've done a couple of movies also, but
Right.
as a musician. But
Buddy Miles.
the guitar player, Bo Diddley, played
Yeah.
Bo Diddley, and
Okay.
the what's that music called? That movie was called it's called Plagiarism.
Okay.
But anyway, I do play trumpet, and I do play piano, and I do play piano not so well, but trumpet, that's my learned instrument, I call it.
Right.
Because I had to learn to read and
Right
do
on.
that. I learned to sight sing also in high school and stuff, which helped me when I came across the border doing jingles and commercials. I was able to read the music and sing scores because I learned theory in high school.
Right.
So that really helped me coming across and getting into that scene.
Right. Now tell us what it is like when you on your instrument are alone or just singing. Tell us about that intimacy.
Well, that intimacy is something that is very private for me.
Right.
I rarely sing around the house. People constantly ask my wife, "Does he sing all the time? Does he sing to you?" I rarely sing,
Okay.
and I practice by myself, usually alone, early in the morning.
Lock it up.
I lock it up and I listen and I concentrate, but I really sing out because for me, singing out, if there are people around, I'm conscious of it.
Yes.
I'm not gonna. I don't want to be performing.
The magic.
Right,
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
be performing. I want to be learning what I'm doing. So I prefer to have not anything around, and I prefer not to show off that I'm a singer all
Right.
the time.
Gotcha.
Because once someone hears that I'm a singer, before I know, I hear everybody singing all around me. They're in my ear.
Distractions.
They're showing how much they're a singer and this and that. I want it to be a surprise. I want it to be. I don't want you to know, like you didn't know on the boat,
Right.
that what I was going to do
That's true.
was going to be done in that way. And no rehearsal,
Right.
no planning. Eddie knew that I was going to be there to sing,
Right.
but he didn't know how I was going to sing.
Right.
Because to me, it has to be the element of capturing the magic in the moment. And once I feel that drive from the audience, I know that I can set them at a certain pace and go to a certain level with that, and even over that level if I choose to.
Well said. When I saw you on the Eddie Bullins boat ride this year, I said, yeah, I got to get that man. And I was like Pharaoh in the 10 Commandments, told his troops, bring him to me. I got the email. Eddie gave me some names. I said, I got to get that man in. I put up the video on my website, and people calling me, who is this man? I watched this thing over and over. Who is this Micheal Dunston? I said, if you don't know who Micheal Dunston is, you gonna find out.
Yeah, yes. I'm glad. It's nice to be doing this. Someone from Ryerson reached out to me, a lady soul or something. She's coming to the club tomorrow also, and she wanted music as well.
Yeah.
And it's like all of a sudden, like I'm getting all these pinches from people trying to figure out who I am. Tom's from Tom's Place is determined to let everyone know that I'm the best, what he calls jazz singer in the city.
I heard your show advertise for the Kensington Jazz Festival.
Soul Stew did that.
Yes, but I was tied up that I couldn't make that. But I said, oh man, we've got to talk about a little bit of that that Kensington Jazz Festival. How was it?
It was wonderful. Molly Johnson's idea to come across and do something brilliant like that.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer. They had the crowd there already.
Right.
I heard some people compare it to, say, the New Orleans kind of thing. I compare it to more or less how in New York had the Village.
Village
Where,
Vanguard?
just the Village where the people
Greenwich.
hung out. Greenwich Village.
Greenwich Village, okay.
Well, that area has a fluctuation of people running in and out. So all the venues that she was booking, well, the people walking up and down the streets all the time, it's a no-brainer.
Right.
They can find places to go, and you can bop from one club to the other.
Right.
We got to do the supermarket, which was a big spot. But then I came down the next day to Tom's Place, where I get my suits and stuff made, and then me and him are really good friends. And he wanted me to sing in the store,
Yeah.
so he was having piano players come because he put a piano in the store,
Yeah.
and had like Joe Seeley come down, Robbie Botosh come
Wow.
down, all these cats.
That's
come
nice.
down. So he invited Robbie to come down so me and Robbie could do a couple things together, because me and Robbie have this lock together.
Right.
And I sang 3 songs, and I think I might have brought the house tone.
Right.
I also needed a black suit at the time.
No.
Got fitted for a black suit. Got fitted for the black suit, and while Joe was playing and everything, paid my money on the black suit. Nice suit. It's about like $1,000 suit. He comes in and the salesman, Mike, is going to help you out with this. I know where Tom will help me. So he says, how about $250? I said, see, I told you to help me. He says, help you? How about $200? Fine. So I pay my money, get the suit.
Right.
I go and perform the 3 songs. And I'm telling you, man, just put my heart and soul in these 3 songs.
Wow.
Misty was one. Misty, Fly Me to the Moon for him.
Oh.
And You Don't Know What Love Is.
Oh.
Which I killed and talked about my relationship and everything. When I finished, he took me off to the side, everybody's leaving, and he's taking out money. He says, Tom, I wasn't here to get paid. He says, no, Michael, just shut up. He took off. That's $200 to pay for the suit, so I walk out with a fleece.
Wow.
That's the 3rd one he's given me.
That's nice, because I heard him. He's a great promoter, man. Tom.
I sang at his 50th birthday party when I first met him at Chentro's.
Yeah.
I did 14 years there. And I did this, and from that point on, he would hire me to do a store, his Christmas parties.
Yeah.
And then he turned 60 this year, and he had a big party downtown at the club that he hangs out. And the week before, he says, Mike, I want you to come to the store. I want to put you in a blue suit.
Right.
On the house for my party.
Okay.
So I said, well, the price is right.
Okay.
And I went, and basically, it's the third suit he's giving me for free.
Right.
He loves my singing so much.
He does. I heard him on another network, and he talks about you highly.
Yeah.
And I said to myself,
Yeah,
I got to get Michael on my show.
Oh yeah.
And this is great, man. It's the energy on that boat ride and the singing, and Eddie, and Eddie brings his magic, and you brought that extra thing to that boat, and the people, the ladies were getting excited.
I told him, make sure you got me booked next year. It'll be even better, because then I'll be preparing to say, okay, this is what we're gonna do, and I can bring spotlight.
Yeah.
I can bring the stuff that I have out that you're gonna be hearing from crack of dawn.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be serious when it's released. I can tell you right now.
Right. No, thanks a lot for bringing these CDs to the radio station, which will get played. I love that. And tell the fans out there, where can your CDs be purchased?
They can be purchased right now online. I would say most of them can be purchased online. Of course, you can go to YouTube and then check out Andrew's songs, but most of the stuff can be purchased online. As a matter of fact, they all can be purchased online. I'm looking at the Michael Dunston, My Love, that's on, what's that? We buy records, we buy CDs now.
HMV?
No, the other.
CD Baby?
CD Baby and CD Baby.
iTunes.
These are on iTunes, right?
Yeah, all right.
These are all on CD Baby and iTunes for the My Love. And Soul Stew can be purchased online.
Well, I tell you, I bumped some tracks before we got into the interview process. Michael Dunston has a CD here, My Love, the Rhythm Express Kingston Blues. You got to check out the Soul Stew Volume 3 and the Rhythm Express Soul Explosion. And one of these albums you're going to be is going to get released tomorrow.
Yeah, at Lulu Lounge.
Can you tell the fans about that, please?
Yeah, Lulu Lounge. We're going to have the heavyweight brass band open up. The heavyweight brass band horn section, more or less, is the horn section plays with Rhythm Express.
Right.
And we're going to be at Lulu Lounge from 8 to about 9:30 or so. 2 sets, CD release party, and you should get down and hear these songs, original concepts of tunes that this band has done together with some great singers, myself, Micheal, and Amoy, and it's just a great project put together by Bill Kane, and it's called Rhythm Express, and you should get down and see it tomorrow night, Lulu Lounge.
That's great. Tell me, Michael, how does a musician monetize intellectual property in a manner where the artist gets paid fairly?
First of all, you should have some experience, like I have, 40 years worth, helps, and know your worth, know your value, and set your standard.
Right.
Because those who cannot meet your standard most times perhaps aren't ready for what you have to offer. And they should get ready, because if you have a certain standard and you keep lowering your standard here and there, then everybody's going to be always barking and bargaining your talent and the relative the level that you've achieved.
Right.
Should speak for itself.
Right.
So you have to establish that this is who I am, and this is what I'm going to bring you.
Right.
I'm going to give you 120% of this, but it's worth this to me. And for me, as a singer, who I've done lots of things for people for charity and this and that, but I don't like to undersell myself at all.
Right.
I'd rather stay home.
Right.
And work on what I have to do.
I got you.
To be everywhere all the time.
Bumping and chiseling.
Absolutely. And this is one of the reasons why I might not be as known as a lot of people that are out there that are everywhere all the time.
Right.
Overexposure to me has never really been a really something I've searched for. I search for quality. I search for that really good gig that people are going to remember.
Right.
And want to be known amongst my peers as one of the best. And when you want to be known as one of the best, that means you have to bring it each time they see you.
Right.
Perhaps not every week,
yes.
But if you see me once a month, you know that you're going to see me that once a month, or once on a Friday night at the Reservoir Lounge. I'm there every Friday,
right,
with
okay.
Dini and Martinis.
Good to know.
And I get to bring it there as strong as I like each and every time, because I'm sharing the stage with Dee Dee, which is Tiana Taylor,
right.
And she does her thing, and we inspire each other. But the real inspiration is I get to be myself within that music, and the bands that I work with become my biggest fans.
And
the musicians.
And you're in your element.
Absolutely.
Okay, I've got to ask you something,
Sure.
Micheal. You've been both sides of the fence, US and Canada. Why does it, when a band from Canada always seem to have to go to the States to make it big and come back? Please explain.
Easily said. Canada is 2% of the musical market.
Okay.
US, UK, 40-40.
Wow.
That's a big percentage.
Yes.
It's hard to get past those numbers. When you're 2% of the musical market that's happening in this large world of ours, and the US has 40%, that means you could be a star just in the South, or you could be a star in the West, or you could be a star Midwest,
right.
and have enough fans to support you.
Gotcha.
Here, once you hit the 6 counties, Vancouver, Winnipeg, Calgary,
It's over.
It's over in a week.
Yeah.
You could tour the whole country in a week.
Wow.
But in the States, you could tour for about a month.
Wow. Micheal, I gotta ask you, and I know every musician have a different definition in this. What is your definition of musical success?
Well, if you want my true definition, I said it a long time ago, to myself, when this happened to me. I left home at 17 years old.
Right.
Called my mother, and she's from New York. And I left when she was at work, and her thing was call me every Sunday. It was that's nice. Call me every Sunday, and I started calling her every Sunday that I was away.
Right.
One Sunday I called her, and she wasn't home.
Right.
And my sister, she's in Montreal. Okay. Well, I was playing at Rockets Paradise in Montreal at the time with my band Future Shock. It's a band from Barbados.
Okay.
I was here. Okay. And it was a nice professional band out there working. I'm on the road. Had been away from home for about a couple years. Right. So my mother's in Montreal. So where's she at? She's staying at the Days Inn. I call the Days Inn. It's on a Sunday. And she says, what are you doing calling me here? I said, Mom, you told me to call you every Sunday. And she says, well, I'm in Montreal. How'd you get my number? I said, Mom, I'm in Montreal with my band. Well, I'm going to get the whole congregation, and we're going to come down there from the church. Now, her 16-year-old, 17-year-old that left, who is now maybe 20, 21, working in this band, she brought the whole bus to the church. Joe Rockhead handed out flowers. It's a lady coming in. So it's a church. It's a nightclub.
No, you got to prove yourself.
Now, my mother comes, and I'm out on stage playing with the band, and she got to see me doing this professional thing, and I got a picture of her and me on stage, back with my jumpsuit and the big afro and everything.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, if I never make it in this business as a superstar, this is my moment of success right here.
Wow.
Being able to please her.
Right.
And she was most happy knowing that I was doing what I wanted to do. Here I am 40 years later, still doing it.
Wow.
She gave me, when I came home at 14 and said, Ma, I went down the street and jammed this band and they want me to join their band. She said, fine. And she let me join at 14. My first paycheck, I did a wedding in a park gig. They came up with 2 envelopes with $50 each. That's 1969. Wow. My mother wasn't making that kind of money.
Wow.
Okay? That was for one day's work. She took the money, gave me $10, started me a bank account, and the next thing she said to me was, call me every Sunday when I left home. And when I called her that Sunday in Montreal, she came down to see me. That was my moment of success for me.
Wow.
So I've been successful for a long time.
Wow, that's a beautiful story, man. I love that.
That's true success for me.
I love that.
So it doesn't have to be monetary.
Yeah,
it
yes.
doesn't have to be, oh, I got a fancy car.
Yeah.
Or, you know, that's what people think success is.
Right.
It has to come within here.
Right.
And the happiness has to be like a flower that blooms, and it's like, look at that beautiful rose.
Wow.
That's what my mother gave me.
Yeah.
A chance to bloom.
Wow.
And I feel like I'm still blooming.
Yeah.
You're hearing me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you loud
I
and clear.
love what I do, man. I love it.
Same here.
So,
At Radioregent, I never looked at money. Didn't
No.
care about it for doing what I do.
no.
The love and passion. If I could come in the studio and broadcast for the entire day, I would. Because the joy I get from that, the passion, the love, the enthusiasm, to me, it's enthralling. And to make my fans happy, which I have fans all over the globe, the show is only 6 months old, and I monitor the statistics, blew me away. And I keep doing and growing every time to make this thing better, because I want to put my show at a place where people could be proud around the globe.
Exactly.
I'm tuning into Koolbreeze because I know Koolbreeze gonna bring some heat.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I gotta ask you, with the matrix and paradigm shifts in the recording industry today, are you happy with it?
You have to explain that a little clearer. Like, what do you mean? Like,
You know, the way the music business, how they do their business. You put out a product, you do 99% of they want to take 95% of your work, and you have to channel your way into to making money with getting CDs.
The deal is with there's really no more money and like making a CD and then getting it out there, because everything is downloaded.
Right.
So now we're taking a different approach, and a lot of groups are doing the same thing.
Right.
We're pressing albums. Right. So Cracker Joan could press 10,000 albums.
Right.
Guess what? Now you're going to make money.
Okay.
Because those albums are going to sell for $40 a piece, $35 a piece, right? Monetary money's coming in, because with a CD, with a download, you might not see but a half a cent of that played on the air, or some kid downloading it for free. You get none of that.
Right.
But if the new groups today, The Weeknd and all these other groups, they're all pressing albums.
Right.
So the vinyl's making a big comeback, because it's one way to get monetary flow back into this business that we call business.
Yeah.
Other than that, say 5 or 6 years prior to the records becoming a new thing again, and the young kids are discovering vinyl and all that stuff, that's going to help monetarily.
Yes.
You can only sell so many CDs at a concert, you know, so it can't be about that.
Right.
But where you make money, and as an artist like myself who loves performing live, is, well, you know what? I got a band, and we can go live, and we can go play and make money.
Okay.
Once you get the airplay, this becomes your calling card.
Okay.
Okay?
Nice.
You got to have a good calling card.
Right.
And then the casinos are going to be there for you. All this other work's going to be there for you. But basically, where the money is made today, and I'm kind of glad it's this way, that you got to perform. So all these paper artists that can't perform, they'll be left behind.
Right.
Their standards will be low.
Yeah.
Us that have musicians that we bring along with the whole program, our standards are high, so we'll perform at that level. So you want to come see us, and then we go somewhere else. We'll make our money in concerts.
Right.
That's where it's got to be made.
Okay.
Not in record sales,
Right.
in concerts.
Right.
But be smart and press some vinyl along the way, and you'll make some monetary money also.
Right. I'm glad where the technology is going with music, because it enables me to do what I do. and so it is. Excuse me for a second. Radioregent. Sorry, you got the wrong number. Shake. Yes, sorry about that. Beg your pardon. Yeah. So when I hear, I know you got to take the good with the bad because it does present itself down the road to open other avenues. When an artist goes into a studio, writes a song, like the day of Motown, TSOB, and all these, write a song. It was a great sound, became timeless. Records were selling, the craft, you see how they perform, the whole full circle. And a guy goes down in the basement and cuts a thing in an evening and makes millions of dollars of rah, 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 with a beat. And you said, oh my goodness. And you're struggling to put 2 cents together to that balance in the music.
Yeah. It could be fleeting to an extent with the cat that does it in his basement, because sometimes to meet the demand of your audience, they're going to be calling for you. Now what are you going to do? Can you, are you going to be able to get up to perform that? Because with success of anything, you've got to walk the walk now. You've talked the talk. Now we want to see you perform live. And that becomes a pressure.
Right.
See, now you got conflicts with your record company or with people that want to do things for you, and they want to know, are you ready to go and do this? Because now it's time to do this.
Right.
Because you did this. You lucked into the success.
Okay.
Can you back it up?
Right.
And that becomes an issue for young artists. They can't back up what they put out there. They did it all themselves. The computer did all the playing, and it's just I don't want that career. Right.
Because when I turned on BET, I flicked on BET, and a guy boasting, $30 million in a week, and I have all this money in a mattress, and they're jumping up with a bunch of girls with Cristal champagne, and I go,
see him in 10 years. In 10 years, because the money makes you stupid when you get it like that. It doesn't make you smarter.
Right.
It becomes an issue of now you lost your mind. You've got all this money, and I'm going to see you in 5 years, and your eyes will be spinning in your head because it'll all be gone because you weren't smart. All you did was get the money.
Yeah, he's got an entourage. Some of the best-looking girls with foundations built, all kinds of luxury cars.
Talk to MC Hammer. $80 million gone.
Wow.
He lost $80 million that way. 80 people entourage, paying for everybody. $80 million just went zoom, and he has a lot of success. So if you're going to get as much success as he got, and then that happened to you, that's what happened to him because bad management.
Right.
So a lot of money means that you're going to lose a lot of money in the end.
Yeah, and what's I find frightening about that episode is that a lot of these artists, they not seem to be learning from the process of let's say the Mike Tysons, the Marvin Gaye, and this guy. In my culture, I'm a West Indian. We grew up different, and we say, if that happened and I had to go broke, let me have a couple of houses paid off clean to show for it. Some land put away, this, that kind of thing. These guys go crazy, and then they go into the welfare with a cup. Can you help me, please? Here's a block of cheese. Get out of here.
Well, for me, the way I did it for myself, because recently I just moved. Me and my wife, we were living in West Hill.
Okay.
So we sold a house. They gave us about $1 million for this house that we paid $200,000 for 25 years ago.
Nice.
And we decided, okay, now I'm thinking my career's still bubbling. She's retired. We bought a condo at Young and Shepherd, close to the subway.
Nice.
All the amenities are in this condo. Paid off every bill. Black man, no bills. That's my new number. That's me. They're rare.
Right.
And so no bills, no nothing.
Right.
I can pick and choose the jobs that I want.
Nice.
I have money in my bank. Alvin Jones, who plays in Cracker Dawn, works for Manulife, has my big investment of my other money, broken up in stocks, whatever.
Nice.
So
Invested
now,
for the future.
Yeah, absolutely. So now, for me, success has arrived at my door July 4th when I got my independence and moved into this condo at Young and Shepherd, where I can take a subway to the gig now if I don't want to drive.
Right. Easy.
If I don't want to drive my car that I also paid off.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what we're getting at there.
This is now all the stuff that I'm doing here with the commercials that I make, all the money that's coming in now, it comes to me.
Success.
It's piling up on my dress.
Hard work.
It's like I'm stressless there.
Right.
And I can go and perform and feel good. And if I can't go all the way to Burlington to do your $100 gig, I'm sorry, but I'm going to take that night and do something else with it.
Right.
Positive with me. I'm not chasing that.
You don't have to.
I'm not doing that.
You already done that.
I've already done that. This set me up for this. Being able to perform all those years, pay off my home, and use that home to be my future, which is now.
Right.
I tell everybody that your future is now. Every second that passes is your future. So some people are waiting for the future. There's no waiting for the future. You're not guaranteed tomorrow. So your future is every second that passes. We're dealing with the future in the present.
Right. Build it now.
Well, hey, it's here.
Yeah. I
need the money now. I want to do what I want to do now. And I want to live now and breathe now and relax and say now what do we do? Well, let's keep ourselves in shape. Let's go out to dinner here. Let me go do this gig here. I'm busy as I've ever been in my life. So this is good.
Okay. Micheal, did you ever envision, after 40-something years in the music business, you thought you'd be where you are today?
Well, it's here's what I said as a kid growing up, and I was singing. I said, if I end up a 50-year-old man in a club, and you know, I had to be real young, making $50 a night, singing jazz, I'd be happy. That actually happened, but not at $50 a night. But I ended up in Centros for 14 years, doing all these great jazz standards with a piano upright bass, and going through all this music and going like, man, this is great, because I love singing great songs no matter what. So that essence of doing that and swinging within that era of music for 14 years with Dave Young and all these great people set me up for, okay, now experience is paying off for me, because experience is worth money. I have more and more experience as each 5 and 10 years pass, and you end up reaping from your experience.
And I quote from a successful entertainer. He said, once you love what you do, you never work again.
I haven't worked in many years. I've been fooling people all this time. I told my friends, I said, I hope they don't find out how much fun I'm actually having doing this. Because as a kid, it was so much fun to sing, and those people going all crazy for this kid, but I was having fun. It was my game. It was my toy. It was my personal thing that I carried along with me. All the bullies in my neighborhood, the guys that bullied everybody around, when they found out that I could sing, they became my biggest fans.
And they protected you.
And if anybody bothers you, man, you tell me, hey kid, I heard you can sing. Sing, because I remember a friend of mine, when I was hanging out with this kid, and he says, what do you mean, Mike? I said, well, I can sing. So, I'm in, I think, 8th grade. And he says, so I took him to the back porch and I sang. He went to shock. He couldn't believe what he was hearing. He told everybody in school. So that day on the way home, these bully guys came to me. He says, hey, kid, I heard you can sing. Sing. Just like that. Snarled at me, and I kind of looked up at them. And I just sang some things, not out of fear, but just sang, because it kind of made me mad. And I sang, and the first thing they said to me, hey man, anybody bother you, man? They're the same guys that kicked me out of the washroom when I went to join their street corner harmony thing. And you can't sing. Before they even hear me sing a note, they were kicking me out of the washroom. Get out of here. Same guys. So basically, that was my little instrument that I carried, my protection, my shield. Was my voice. And saying I can do something that no one else can do as good. A lot of people can sing, but you can't sing as good.
Tell me, Micheal, when it's all said and done with you in music, how would you like to be remembered?
I would like to be remembered as one of Toronto's greatest, or Canada's greatest, R&B singers that came here and was able to do what he did. Didn't have to compromise the soulful gospel sound that he had. That used to scare guys when I first came here. They wondered why I sang so long and why I would be so emotional in my vocals. But that to me was the true essence of a singer. If I didn't hear that in a singer that I was listening to around here, I would say, well, you know what? I don't think that person is. I come from the South, where the singers like Sam Cooke and in my church, they all sang so strong. My mother dragged me around as a kid to see the Dixie Hummingbirds, the Fly Bombbirds, the Gospeliers. Those are my concerts.
Top class.
I'm sitting there watching these guys go, yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to be good like that. And to get to that level.
Standard was high.
And my mother said to me also, do you think you ever go back, Mike, to singing gospel music? I remember her saying that to me. And when Dave Young pulled me into this project with him, he says, you want to start a gospel group? And I said, yeah. And we started doing a little bit of gospel. And he said, but I want you to hear Donnie. And I brought Donnie to him. And that became now what I live for. And Donnie is the man.
That's great. That is great, man. I got to ask you, Micheal. When I heard you on the Eddie Bullen's boat ride, and you did that Al Green song,
oh yeah,
Let's Stay Together.
Yeah.
I need just a little favor from you, because I've got a lot of lady fans on the network. If you could do a bar or two for them for me, please, and Let's Stay Together. Yeah.
I'm so in love with you. Whatever you want to do is alright with me. 'Cause you make me feel so brand new. And I want to spend my life with you. Let me say since, babe, since we've been together, oh, loving you forever is what I need.
Oh, that's wicked. When I heard you on that boat, I said, I gotta get Micheal to do, because you're gonna get the ladies excited. For sure. I'm gonna get texts next week. I'm gonna get calls. People are going crazy. When it sent chills on my spine. Look, I go, wow. I said, Micheal, listen, man, before I forget, we covered the music side of your evolution. We're gonna talk about the movie side. Tell us about that.
Oh, the movies. I started doing movies back in 1995. My first movie was Death Wish 5 with Charles Bronson.
Oh, killer.
I got a nice little role in that. Worked with Charles for 2 weeks and learned some things. Tommy Boy. My band was in Tommy Boy. You'll see me in the scene in Tommy Boy. I've got about 30 movies to my credit. Last year I did Best Man Holiday. I played Morris Chestnut's dad. That was Terrence Howard and all the great black sort of actors from Hollywood scene. And I also did Day Late and a Dollar Short. That was with Whoopi Goldberg.
Okay.
And I played a cat that's trying to flirt with her. Prior to that, I did the guy that did Silence of the Lambs.
Okay. Oh, I know the English fella.
But yeah,
Hopkins. Anthony Hopkins.
But what's the series called?
Oh, it escapes me.
Begins with an H.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Hannibal Lecter. No.
Hannibal Lecter, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
I did a scene in Hannibal Lecter, the third season, because it's on Netflix now, right?
All right.
And that was just recent.
Right.
And I've done a few things. That's commercials. I do a lot of commercials and jingles. Always auditioning for stuff.
Okay.
And but presently, those the last two movies I did were Best Man Holiday.
All right.
And Day Late and a Dollar Short with Whoopi Goldberg. And prior to that.
Okay. Now, from the information I've gathered here with you on my show, you seem to be very blessed because you're busy with music, film, and not a lot of artists get that opportunity.
No, because I diversified.
Diversified your profile.
When I talk to kids in school, I tell them, listen, don't just be a guitar player. Don't just be a drummer.
Right.
Be a drummer that might play a little bit of piano, and also realize that within your classroom here, there's probably your bandmates. If you've got a guy that plays bass, go to his house and you play guitar, get together, but also open your mind up to, maybe I might be a good at acting.
Right.
Or perhaps I'd be good at voiceovers.
Right.
Or some, become what I call the total entertainer.
Right.
I'm an entertainer.
Right.
Not just a singer.
Right.
So if I get called to do for a movie audition, I'm ready.
Right.
If I get called to do some singing, I'm ready. I have a singing audition for a Christmas commercial on Tuesday, so I know it's a singing audition, so I have a lot of confidence there that I could possibly get it. But if there's an acting role, I have a lot of confidence there too, because what I know what I have to do is I have to learn my lines, know your lines, go to those auditions, knowing those lines backwards and forwards, and when you leave there, you can forget about it and move on to the next thing. I never dwell on the auditions. I get to the auditions, I do it, and I forget about it.
Right.
If I get the call back, then the energy goes up a little bit. Prior to that,
Excited.
that's all part of being an entertainer. So my agent sends me out to audition for this and that and the other thing. Musicians call me up to do music. So I try to keep the best of all worlds going.
Right.
And it keeps the money flowing when the gigs aren't there. Okay, I have
sure.
residuals coming in for 25 years now.
Right. When I got this show, I decided I was going to do something different. I'm going to diversify my portfolio with music because what I notice in the West Indian community, one set like soca, the other side like reggae, and some like reggae and soca. And until they get older, they start to branch out in a little smooth jazz. I said, let's. When I got this show, I said I'm bringing the Caribbean rhythms, funk, soul, disco, soul.
Good.
I'm bringing rare groove. I'm bringing house, but the good classic stuff.
And why not?
Yeah. And I told them, listen, you can't eat chicken and burgers and hot dogs every day.
Right.
Go get a steak, filet mignon.
Absolutely.
Get a salmon, get a seafood platter,
Absolutely.
get a fine bottle of wine. Treat yourself.
Absolutely.
Enjoy.
I'm with you. I'm with you there.
Enjoy the finer things in life.
Absolutely. Because you're not here for a long time.
Right.
So live a little.
Right.
And I always encourage people to get out and see bands because when you actually go out and see a live band, you're actually living.
Yes.
You're watching people enjoy life to music.
Right.
Because we are an energy set to rhythm as people.
Right.
You have a constant heartbeat, and that's your rhythm.
Right.
That's the rhythm of life. That's why a lot of songs have that. Boom, boom, boom. That's your heartbeat. Boom. So I walk to that rhythm.
Right.
I sing to that rhythm.
Right.
And we as people live to that rhythm.
Right.
If the rhythm's too fast, you're living too fast,
Right.
and it's usually not a good thing.
Right.
Because that rhythmic tickering you could have problems with it.
Right.
But if you keep a nice medium,
Constant.
easy, constant rhythm, blood flowing nicely, then you're gonna be able to survive and walk with that bounce in your step.
Right.
And always hear music like I do in my head.
Right. Michael, I gotta ask you, if you were walking down the street and a young upcoming musician walk up to you, say, Mr. Dunston, I want to pursue your career in music, and what's your advice? How would you inspire that young person?
I would ask them first, who do you like? Who inspires you as an artist?
Okay.
And then I would say, okay, you need to study that artist. You need to find out why this artist makes you feel good.
Right.
So that you can start to discovering your sound.
Wow, okay.
And if it's within that artist, that's quite all right.
Right.
But study that artist.
Right.
Get all the nuances about that artist within your balance.
Right.
And then through that, you're going to be able to develop your own sound because you studied. You took the time to study.
Okay.
If you don't take the time to study, you're just going to be skirting across the surface of every artist that you attempt to do.
I missed the whole
essence
of everything.
of studying Sinatra and Donnie and Stevie. These are things that artists like me have to do.
Yeah.
We have to be interested in why these guys became successful and why is every sound out there that's so different has success. My thing is it all boils down to being able to find the magic and sell that product.
Okay.
You must sell whatever you, if it's eeny, meeny, miny, mo, I got to sell it to you.
Right.
In a way that it's going to be delivered in confidence.
Right.
All right?
Right.
To me, the best phrase is reading the phone book. Like Luther could read the phone book and sound good. Well, you know what? I'll do that same thing. I'll say, well, you know what? Just ad-libbing and having that essence of having the confidence that I can sell just about anything I sing. And when you perform live, you only get a chance to do it right once.
Right.
It's not stop the tape and let me fix that. As a live performance, every song I sing, if it's 20 songs, they all got to hit that magic.
Right.
Even if it's one that I don't like or that's rare.
Yeah.
I like all the stuff I do.
Right.
But the magic has to be found in every song.
Okay.
As simple as it may be.
Right. Michael Dunston, it's been an honor and pleasure having you at Radioregent on the Koolbreeze experience.
It's been my pleasure.
And thank you for bringing your love to the city and Radioregent, which manifests in our greatness.
Okay.
And the Koolbreeze says thank you again, and so on and so forth. And we're gonna end it there, and it's all good at Radio Regent.